Fruit Ninja guy.
Yeah, Bluey guy. But you know, like, I'd just say this is Joe, my friend. I've known him for a long time. We share a love of weird and wacky things. And then after that, I'd probably say, oh yeah, and he made Bluey as well.
We're still two blokes who play footy.
Yeah, he tries to just give me advice on the footy field, but I disregard it completely because I know I'm a way better player than he is.
It's probably a safe decision. I'd made the Dan the Man YouTube episode and it had gone kind of viral, and I was working with an American company and they wanted to make it into a game and a series and all that. And it wasn't really going anywhere, and I just thought, well, I might ring these guys up, these Fruit Ninja guys. They seem to know what they're doing. I'll see if they want to make the game. And I expected them to be in Silicon Valley. I was Googling them, and then it turns out they're in Kelvin Grove, a couple of suburbs away.
I can see how much Brisbane has obviously influenced Bluey and the episodes that Joe's written.
Well, I mean, definitely with Bluey, right? It's a very Australian, Queensland, and even Brisbane-based family. What they get up to, the activities, and I think the laid-backness, but then it is a dichotomy. We're laid back, but we also work really hard, and, you know, Bandit works really hard as a dad and all this. So Bluey is my visual and moral love letter to Brisbane.
I actually put it out to the company and I said, hey, you know, there's probably a chance to make a Bluey game. Is anyone interested? And I was like overwhelmed by the amount of, yeah, there's so many Bluey fans, you know, and they wanted to do it.
Yeah, and they make cool sort of indie games. Like, that was the spirit of Bluey. Like, Bluey's a punk rock sort of show in that sense. So I thought, no, these guys, they'll make a cool game. And that's happened a few times in Bluey where people are just powered by like an alternate energy source. It's how things end up good around Bluey. In the series, we've created a mechanic where when the kids draw, their drawings come alive and we see them animated. So we've done that in a couple of really popular episodes, Dragon and Escape. We've established that mechanic in the minds of the kids who watch Bluey, so it's not a big leap for the game to work on the same mechanic. Rainy day outside, the whole family around the table drawing, and we're going to go into their drawings. Now, the story there is Dad's taken the golden pen and Bluey needs it for something she's doing. And so there's a pursuit. There's multiple levels and Dad's always eluding them. Mum's the creator of all the worlds, you know, she draws the worlds. And it's really handy because the show has created the shorthand in kids' minds, so they instantly will know, oh yeah, they're all drawing and I'm in the drawings, and the game can then take advantage of that.
I'm really glad that Joe introduced that mechanic of the drawn world. As soon as we made that shift, you know, the shackles were taken off. They could create all these different prototypes, which they would never have been able to do in the real Bluey world.
Yeah, because one thing I remember is you did a bike mechanic and then Bluey was just riding, but she's 6, so she can't just ride off by herself in the real world.
And I was really excited actually to have almost like this open world, you know, where Bluey could just ride off, because we always wanted to have some core mechanics, but have a place that the players could explore. I think we found lots of really interesting mechanics from games that we would have played way back in the day.
It's meant to be fun. The story that I wrote, it feels like a simple setup you would get from a Commodore 64 platformer. We've got a problem and we've got a villain, let's go get it. The beauty of these drawn worlds are you can be really dastardly and villainous and the kids love it because it's their story and it's a fairy tale and it's over the top. And there's no meanness or spite there, you know, it's just a big goosey game they're playing.
For me, it's just a good old-fashioned game. The worlds are whimsical, the story and the characters, they're wholesome. They can be irreverent sometimes. Really, there's just this, just wholesome sort of vibe to the whole thing. So it's just a fun experience.
Yeah, Bandit. He's got a gold pen that can turn everything gold. So he's sort of a cross between David Lee Roth and King Midas. Yeah, he's me. I like winding my kids up and I like creating little challenges. And if there's something they wanted, they really want the gold pen, and then it's fun.
I could see that Joe was writing himself into this story 100%. I just love that. It's like every dad's fantasy, you know, just rocking out. When people come up to me and say, this game was part of my childhood. You know, I played this, I have these memories of it, and it helped me through these times. That's all the reward that I need, you know, from this game.
Success for me with this game means same as with the series. I want to see happy kids playing this game, and when they play it, they're smiling and they love it and they want to show their friends and they want to tell their parents about it and go, hey, I did this.
I mean, this is one of those games where you are getting away from reality and exploring these wonderful creative worlds. I can't wait for other people to experience what we've created.